Hey, so I made a YouTube this morning and I didn't upload it because it was long. And I know that, like, I don't know. I feel like YouTube is the platform for long, and yet sometimes when I make long ones, they get no engagement. But the other one, the one I started out on, is also currently giving no engagement again after days of being fixed. And I don't think it's me. Because, I mean, not that I get huge engagement. I get like 200 views on most things. I'm okay with that. I don't pay for engagement, and I'm not gonna boost things. So like, it is what it is, right? Like, light mayo because I'm making chicken salad with pre-made chicken from a store. Listen, I can roast my own chicken, but when pre-made chicken is cheaper, then I'm gonna buy the pre-made chicken. I have like 4 open things of light dressing in here because I eat so much chicken salad, and they get pushed all the way to the back because I'm the only person who uses it. So I'm trying to like combine them while I do this. Anyway, hey, my animals are literally fighting over who's going to steal the food that I drop on the floor while I do this. And like, I give them food every time I do it. So I don't know why they fight with each other. Like, they act like I don't feed them, but the reality is I'm going to use 1.5 pieces of chicken to make this. I'm going to eat half of what I make, if even, and then I'm going to give them the rest. I'm going to do something massively not okay for TV. I'm going to try a bite. The one thing about this grocery store chicken is that it's absolutely tasteless. I don't know how you make tasteless fried chicken, but this grocery store needs to know how to make chicken. So I used to buy like a chicken and roast it for like less than $5. And I would do that once a week, and I'd make my chicken salad because that's what I can eat. I can eat chicken salad. I have no teeth and I have no stomach, so chicken salad is something that I can eat routinely. But, yes, I put a ridiculous amount of mayo on for the little bit of chicken I'm using. That is why I use the light mayo. I prefer to buy things that have slightly less fat or calorie content so that I can use more of it. Shocking, right? I don't eat a lot. This is the only solid food outside of protein bars I really eat most days. I'm gonna put some half sugar craisins, just a little bit. That is my fiber, and I like fiber. But I can't eat most vegetables or fruits. They take up too much space and they hurt my stomach. So I'm gonna throw some of them in. I'm also gonna make this super exciting. I'm not eating pepperoni today because I got the pepperonis to make my kids. I take carb wraps and I make them at home pizza. So as I was saying, I used to make my own chicken. I can cook everything. I make pizza dough from scratch. I make chicken from scratch. I make mac and cheese from scratch. There's nothing I can't make from scratch. Stews and chilies and soups and, 7-course meals. It doesn't matter. I can make them from scratch. But to make a chicken from scratch used to be $5. Maybe $7 if you bought the big one. $14 to buy a chicken the other day. The entire thing of 10 pieces of roast chicken, or I'm sorry, fried chicken, which usually I get the roast or the rotisserie or whatever, but they were sold out, so I had to get the fried. And yes, I'm gonna eat the breading. Oh my god, it's the end of the world. There's not any flavor in their breading either, so I kind of wish I wasn't eating it, but I'm too lazy to deep bread it. I give most of it to my dog, anyway, like I said. But anyway, it was $9.99 for a pack of just made fried chicken. However, I was there at the end of the day, so it was on 50% off because they like to get rid of it. They can't sell it the next day anyway. $5 for a pack of chicken that, as long as I add flavoring to it, isn't horrible. Versus $15 to buy a little roasting chicken, and not like a big one, like a little one. That used to be $3 to $5 because that's how little inflation there is in this country right now. This idea that like gas is below 2. I don't know where y'all live, but here it's over 3. Some days, like the other day, I found one that was at $2.93, which is a freaking miracle. That's because it was right after the blizzard, though, and like nobody was driving. And yes, it'll go down for a few days when that happens. But like, we stay over $3. We very rarely go under 3 anywhere. I had one day it was like $2.99 at one gas station and $3.07 at another gas station, and like I was mad because I went to the $3.07, but like I wasn't that mad because driving across town probably would have used my 70 cents that I would have saved. Because like, let's be fair, a 12-gallon tank, which is what most people have, you're not saving that much even if you're filling from empty. people who drive out to across the border to the nearby state because there's less tax on gas. Unless you go far enough on a regular basis with an empty tank. Still not seeing that much, but prices are up is my point, okay? That's not really, I don't know. I'm just having a day, right? Like, I'm supposed to be going to karate, and I really want to go, but I'm not feeling well. I was doing my news initiative. We finally had a meeting, and, like, I'm super excited about it, but at the same time, like, I can't understand how we're going to make it practical, and also the maximum we're allowed to work is 20 hours a month. Like, that's $12.95 an hour, by the way, which means if I work the maximum, I'll make, what, $240, and then I have to pay taxes out of that. It's not work study, it's just cash, so I have to pay taxes out of it. Like, the AmeriCorps job is probably going to come through, I think, but that's still, like, it's technically a voluntary position. It's a 1-year commitment. It is a lot of hours. It's daycare and this and then the next thing. The hearing with my ex is on the 2nd, and no matter what he gets ordered to pay me, it's going to mess up, like, things I already set up, like child support. Excuse me. But it's not, you know, it'll mess it up for like a month, and then they'll go, oh, he's not paying, we'll have to retroactive every month, and then they'll occasionally maybe hunt him down for contempt and threaten to put him in jail. I found out that I got this call in the middle of the night the other day, and it turns out it was him. I think I already talked about that. I offered to mail him, or give him a picture of the letter that he got mailed here, and he's like, don't open my mail, just throw it away, and I'm like, how about don't use my address? You left 7 months ago. The garage guy came, and, like, they're gonna have to put a whole new door on, and they're weeks, like 2 months out, and they're scheduling, so it's gonna stay cold. One of the other people at karate, really nice guy, gave me a bunch of wood, but, like, even running my fireplace in my library, like, we can't all live in the library. And the electric company was like, hey, about this record-breaking cold this year, plus the fact that we have record-high prices, our suggestion was to be like, we're going to change the value of our assistance program or something, because they do have an assistance program where, like, it's based on your income. And this is an acknowledgement that you cannot pay more, right? But it used to be, like, this is just what you pay, and it was an acknowledgement that you couldn't pay more. Now it's a grant, and the grant only covers so much. And I am 4 months into my grant, and I spent more than half of it last month because of the cold. I'm not running, I showed you guys the thermostat the other day. It's 60 in my house. Most rooms are colder than that, but I do have children. I can't freeze them to death. And then if my grant runs out now and I have 8 months left, I don't know what happens, because this has never happened to me before. It's colder in here than it was last winter. The temperature outside does not justify the difference in price. According to that, I've used 20% more heat this year, but the weather is like 30% colder. But my electric bill is 4 times the price. How is 20% more electricity 400% the price? And yes, you can have 400% when you're increasing. You can have 400% when you're decreasing. Which is, I believe, what Trump was trying to say when he's like, well, when you count one direction, when you count the other. But, you know, you can't save 400%, but you can charge 400% more. Meanwhile, like, I don't know. I don't feel good. I can't schedule this narcolepsy test. So you never called me back. Some days being a single mom is just like too much, right? Like, even the littlest things. And taking my husband back is not a choice. Even if you were pounding my door down to come home and promising to get therapy and all that, like, it's not an option, dude. He was so bad for so long. We didn't even breathe around here. My 5-year-old, who adores him, won't call him. He refuses to talk to his dad. That's how bad it was. He adores him, but he refuses to talk to him. He says things like, I wish Daddy still lived here. And I'm like, okay, let's talk about that. And he's like, well, I don't really wish he lived here like the way he is. I just wish somebody was here to play hide and seek with me. And I'm like, okay, well, you know. And he goes, But not really Daddy, because Daddy really didn't play with me anyway. But I wish that, like, Daddy did do that when he was here. Like, he has the same thing that I did when I was a kid. He has created the memories of the best parts of his father. And he's romanticized the idea of having a parent back. I did the same thing. Not with my dad, with his dad. When we broke up for a few years, my memories of us together were better. And when we first got back together, like, I could overlook some glaring red flags. Like, I had a car and he didn't, so I would drive out and pick him up to go see his kids, and then to bring him to see the kid we had together, and then we would spend the weekend and I'd drive him back. And I paid for everything, and I got him a cell phone, and I gave him food, and I helped him out, and then he didn't want a relationship at first. We were just friends hanging out, which didn't make sense. Like, I'm a slow roller, and I was seeing someone else at the time who I really liked, but, like, that wasn't going anywhere, unfortunately. And then one night he was like, hey, I want to be together, and also, can I move in? And anybody else, I would have been like, no. But because it was him, and we had, you know, our history and stuff, I was like, of course, blah, blah, blah. We've always been family. What else could I possibly do? And he knew what he was doing from the gate, but I kept falling for it. Because that's how it works, right? Like, when you're empathetic and the other person is controlling in that special coercive way, oh, man, I don't know. He knew what he was doing from the gate. I can't remember how many times he's like, what have you done for me? Or it's like, everything. I've done everything for you. And now we're not apart, and he doesn't have any of the things. And he'll try to, like, diminish what I had when we got together, or diminish what I have now. I remember that apartment you had when we got together. Okay, yeah, it was in the city, and it wasn't great. But I had it. I was a single mom in the city with an apartment that I had for myself and my son, that I paid the rent every month, and I took care of it. Until you came into my life. I had that. I had a car. I had a job with the state. I had friends. You know, I had a life that was I went to concerts on a regular basis. We did not live a beautifully high-class lifestyle or anything. We weren't broke, but we were happy. I paid daycare. I paid the bills. My middle son's father passed away shortly after that, which actually would have improved our position had it happened prior. And I don't mean that in a bad. I don't mean to say, like, I wish that was awful. I hate it. But financially speaking, the support gets paid every month by the government, which it didn't when he was alive. That's one thing. Support around here is different than it is in Europe. And in Europe, the state pays you, and then they go after.
I ate my salad, and now I'm full.
Other parents. My son ate a salad, and now he's full because he's the most amazing 5-year-old on the planet. All right, just leave it there. I'll come get it in a second.
Eat all my healthy stuff.
He eats all his healthy stuff first because he is amazing. He ate every bite of healthy stuff too. That's crazy. All right. Anyway, that's everything I had to say tonight. He would like you to see him burp. YouTube. This is for YouTube. What is your favorite thing in the whole world? Is your favorite thing in the whole world YouTube or your mom?
Don't know with my mama.
Snuggling with your mama and then watching YouTube while we do it?
Yeah. And guess what?
What?
For bedtime, I watch YouTube.
For pretty much any of his screen time, what he does is watch YouTube. What's funny is that he ate a salad, but he did not eat his chippies. That's amazing. That's how awesome my 5-year-old is. Anyway, I'm done. I just wanted to ramble for a little bit. Have a good night, YouTube.